Have you ever noticed that stopping feels uncomfortable? Maybe you've looked forward to your day off all week and you've imagined yourself curling up on the couch with a blanket, a cup of tea, a good book, maybe even burning a candle, maybe like one of those people on Pinterest who somehow looks a glam while relaxing. 5 minutes later, you're setting up some impromptu breakfast with a friend, checking emails from 2018. You've researched whether squirrels get anxiety. You've started 3 projects and finished absolutely none of them. But somehow you convince yourself that wiping the baseboards was suddenly urgent. Now, we're not talking about procrastination today. I already did a show on that 3 weeks ago, so please do check it out. No. Today we're talking about why it is so hard to stop. Why it's so easy to do just about anything except sit still. Yeah, right? I used to think that I was terrible at relaxing, Now I kind of wonder if something else was happening entirely. Welcome to the quiet room. This is an interesting room. There's no scrolling, there's no television, no laundry, no errands, no one's asking anything of you, no distractions, just you and wonderful peace. Doesn't that sound terrifying? I mean, it is for some of us because it can be the loudest room in the house. I don't think I've ever really made peace with how to rest properly. Sleep has always been kind of difficult. I'm still having some issues, more issues thanks to this concussion, but it isn't actually about sleep. It's about stopping. And I would work. I mean, I always thought like I had 2 ways, I was either upright or down, right? I'd work until I was just completely exhausted. My body would eventually wave the white flag and say, okay, enough. Fibromyalgia would flare, my head would ache, feel kind of weird. And I have to admit, I would need a recovery day or more. Because sometimes when chronic issues take over, it just sucks. And then you need more than just one day sometimes, And I'm like, yes, today I'm going to rest. Except that's not what would happen, because as long as I felt just good enough, maybe I'd call a close friend that I could be vulnerable with, that I could walk funny with, and maybe I needed something at the grocery store, right? If I was okay enough to walk around, yeah, I'm going. As long as I was moving, I was okay. But the moment came when I came home, closed the door, and the house became quiet. That's when everything changes. And it felt like as if someone had opened this giant garage door inside of my mind, and every single unfinished thought, every fear, every regret, every responsibility just came crashing down all at once. Have you ever opened a closet only to discover that everything you've been shoving in there for years was just waiting for the opportunity to just come crashing on your head? Yeah, well, that's what my nervous system felt like. No amount of deep breathing seemed big enough. Nope. Meditation? Let's just say that my thoughts treated meditation like an open mic. Open mic night. I mean, everybody had something to say, and it's all at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Well, for years I thought I had a problem with rest. But rest was not my problem. Silence wasn't even the problem. Silence was just very revealing what busyness had been helping me avoid. And that realization changed everything for me, because I wasn't addicted to being productive necessarily. I was using productivity like my job. And especially when you really love your job, you know what I mean? Then it just becomes a painkiller. Busyness wasn't my personality. It was my protection. That is a hard truth to admit. I've learned something over the past few years. Our nervous systems are incredibly wise. If you've spent years living in survival mode, always watching, always anticipating, always preparing, your body begins to associate movement with safety. Stopping? That's unfamiliar. And sometimes our brains confuse unfamiliar with this is dangerous. And that's why someone can desperately want rest and still feel anxious the minute that everything becomes quiet. It's not because they're broken. No. It's because their nervous system learned that staying alert once helped them to keep safe. You know, it's funny, isn't it? People say, just relax. Don't worry about it. What's wrong with you? Relax. As though relaxation is something like hiding behind your couch cushions or something. Oh, there it is. I was wondering where I left that relaxation. As if it was that simple. None of us would be here. I mean, come on. There's something else I've been learning. Healing isn't measured by how peaceful you feel. Oh, my head is pounding today. Anyway, sometimes healing looks like you staying in the quiet room 30 seconds longer than you did yesterday. Not because being in the room got easier, because you remembered that you're not alone in it anymore. Baby, I'm here. We're in this together. There was a time when I thought this feeling had only one name. Heavy. And I wrote this song it was like 9 years ago, before I really truly understood, I think, what it was trying to tell me. I think that I was carrying so many things that I didn't even really get the breadth of what I was carrying. Maybe you felt that way too. This is heavy.
I feel like I've been knocked down, dragged in a muddy terrain. Weights around my ankles, knives dancing in my brain. Intoxication doesn't help to free me from the weight of this pain. And the burdens hang around me in crystallizing rain. Oh, heavy. I feel so heavy. My mind, my body, oh, heavy. Gotta put an end to this. Heavy feeling. It's getting harder to move forward, yet too tired to stand. Situations that don't serve me keep me buried deep in sand. I've done my share of crying, Lord, I just need a helping hand. Can't lie, I've brought this on myself. Now I need a brand new plan. Oh, heavy. I feel so heavy. My mind, my body, oh, heavy. Gotta put an end to this. Why am I carrying all this baggage when life is passing me by? I'm so tired of being tired, of being so tired of being tired, of being tired, of being tired.
I wasn't just carrying responsibilities. No, I was carrying survival. Have you ever noticed that when you've carried something for so long that you forget you're carrying it? It's only when things change a little bit, when you get to be quiet, that's when you realize just how much you're carrying. And I think that's what survival does. We just get so used to carrying it that it starts to feel like part of who we are, and we mistake the weight for ourselves. One of the biggest lies I've ever believed was that if I stopped, then everything would fall apart. I, in particular, would fall apart. Maybe you believe that too. Maybe you've become the strong one, the dependable one, the fixer, the peacemaker, the one who just keeps holding everything together for your children, for your family, for your whatever it is, that purpose that excuse that we're holding on to that allows us to somehow just keep forging ahead in the depression state of the life that we have been living for so long. Or maybe you're not experiencing all of those things. Maybe it's just one thing you're holding on to within all of the wonderful things that are already happening in your life. Maybe it's just something from your past you have been carrying with you. Somehow along the way, you just forgot that you were not meant to carry everything, right? Maybe rest isn't about becoming a different person. Maybe it's about finally giving yourself permission to put that thing down or something down. Maybe not even forever. Maybe just for a moment. Just for a moment. There's something I'm slowly learning. The goal isn't to silence every single anxious thought that we have. The goal is just to stop believing that every anxious thought deserves the microphone. Because anxiety is loud, but loud doesn't automatically make it true. And that one realization changed the way that I walk into the quiet room now. I still hear the voices sometimes. Sometimes it's really hard to turn the volume down. Sometimes I do surrender to the noises. But you might still hear the doubts. You might still hear the worries. You might still hear the endless what ifs. You might still hear the endless, man, I should have, right? But I'm learning now that instead of running, I can choose to just notice those thoughts. Right? I breathe, I look around the room, I feel my feet on the floor. I remind myself, I'm here. You're here. Your body is here. Your breath is here. And today is not yesterday. No matter how things appear, today is not yesterday. That doesn't mean that everything goes away. But it reminds me that I am no longer trapped inside of the story my protective nervous system is unknowingly trying to strangle me with, you know?
I unlocked this room for a small reprieve. I needed a break, a chance to breathe. Overextended too often. I felt dizzy. I told myself I needed to keep busy. Only 60 seconds, yet I wanted to flee. The silence weighed heavy on me. This noiseless room was heavy. As thoughts claustrophobic closed in on me. Tsunami drowning me, pulling me down like the current of the sea. I tried to breathe, silence is my enemy. But then, light poured through the cracks on the window pane. Tears on the horizon, in sheets of rain, in shuddering breaths. I acknowledged the stain and slipped out of my mind back to my body again. As my breathing slowed, the light warmed me. Other senses took over, grounding me. I stayed with the silent discomfort long enough to see I was never its prisoner. I was holding the key. I can finally breathe. Never a prisoner, I hold the key. Sun, sun shining on me, melting down stress and worry. I can finally breathe, never a prisoner, I hold the key. Sun shining on me, melting down stress and worry. I can finally breathe, never a prisoner, I hold the key.
When we first opened this room today, this silent room, it felt intimidating, maybe even frightening. But I want you to notice something. Nothing about the room changed. Nothing about the room became brighter. The room didn't become quieter either, but you did. Not because you are now fixed, woohoo! No, but because you stayed. Sometimes the bravest thing that we can do is just to stay. 1 minute longer than yesterday, just one. One breath longer than yesterday, just one. One thought longer than yesterday, without running away from ourselves. That's blooming. It's not about perfection. It's not about constant peace. It's just a little bit more courage. A little bit than yesterday. If the silent room felt familiar, I hope you know that you're not the only one who's ever stood in it. And you're certainly not the only one who's ever wanting to leave it. But maybe, just maybe, we don't have to unlock these rooms alone anymore. I'm here. We can unlock them together. Thank you. Thank you for stepping into the silent room with me today. Next time, we'll unlock another room. Until then, be gentle with yourself, my love. Not because you're fragile, but because you've been carrying so much more than people can see. And maybe today, you can put one thing down. You are a flower, my dear, and flowers need the room to bloom. I'll meet you in the next room. Bye for now.